My name is Ariel. I am 26 years old and I'm from Boston. When I was in college, I took a Japanese cinema class, and the movies I watched got me interested in the Japanese language, and the Japanese language then got me interested in things like manga and anime because whenever I learn a language, I want to understand the culture and the pop culture of and the media of the people who speak it. And I studied comics in America for my graduate degree. I wanted to know more about manga, and I wanted to come to Japan again because I've been before. My sister found this program. We signed up and we're here. I didn't really know what to expect. I knew it was going to be a traditional classroom setting, but I also didn't realize that we would be taking classes in the house, which was really, really cool. It was really convenient for us. We got to work where we lived and learn where we lived as well. It was really cool to be able to see what other people in other programs were working on, the other people who were taking language programs were learning, and to hear their experiences about as being a foreigner in Japan. Well, this is one of the only times I've used ink on paper, and I have had a lot of fun with it, but it is a bit difficult to get the pen pressure just right. So ideally, I would like to redraw them maybe to be a little bit more refined. I'd like to maybe turn some of them into a bigger project for my own personal enjoyment, just to keep drawing and learning. I draw digitally and traditionally. Usually, I do most of my planning traditionally because it's faster for me that way. I do a lot of the final drawings digitally because it allows me a bit more speed and it streamlines the process a bit more. But there's always something that's really fun about drawing on paper. We were introduced to things like blue graphite here. We were introduced to different kinds of pens, different kinds of techniques. That's been really enjoyable for me. It could be because since I was raised with American comics, and also, although I like manga, I haven't read as much of it as I have American comics. I find the flow of manga to be a bit more complicated as someone who reads comics from left to right. So I end up needing to put a bit more effort into figuring out how things will flow from one panel to the next and then from page to page. And one of the things that was really helpful was learning about the Kishoten Ketsu, which is how Japanese manga flows usually in 4 panels or a few or slightly more. That was very interesting and took me a while to get. I want to work more on that because it's a very concise and effective way to tell a story that I like. I learned a lot in a very short time, but also I got to experience I got to no, I mean I got to experience Tokyo. I didn't get to study abroad when I was in university, so this was really really nice to get to do it as an adult. I also was able to sort of understand a bit more about Japanese media just through learning about how manga works and what Japan was influenced by and then what it has also influenced. A lot of the memories have been really wonderful, but I especially have liked exploring Nakano. Nakano is a lot less crazy busy than other parts of Tokyo, like Shinjuku or Asakusa or Akihabara, and I've really enjoyed the more residential feel of the neighborhood, but also the area where the Nakano Sun Mall is, and then the shopping streets and the Sun Plaza area. And actually, we got to go to some festivals in the area, some matsuri, and we got to go to some local restaurants, and there were no massive lines or huge crowds. It was pretty fun and relaxed, but also it was nice to see that there were some other tourists and foreigners in the area near the Nakano train station. I felt pretty comfortable here. It was really nice. I really wanted to get back into making art, into making comics, because I was really burnt out after graduate school. I saw that this course was going to be, a 2-week intensive, and it was going to be taught in English. And so that was very exciting for me to be able to learn about something that I find very interesting in a language I can understand, which with study abroad programs, back when I was in university, sometimes you would not have the option of having classes in your native language, like it, for example, in English. So this was very, very wonderful to have, and it's an opportunity that I wouldn't have had when I was in college. I really liked learning from all 3 teachers. They were really nice. They were very, very knowledgeable, and they all had different styles of teaching, but also styles of approaching manga and how their own manga looked and how they went about teaching us certain concepts and what they placed importance on in certain aspects. So all of the teachers taught us how to use pens in different ways. They all taught us how to use storytelling and panel flow in different ways. And then they also had different different senses of humor, which was really fun to get to know them and get to interact with them. They were all really great and really terrific artists who we all respect a lot. It's been a really wonderful experience, and I've really had a lot of fun here.
See you soon.